Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing the Pronet computer desktop version. So this is it finally done, fully developed, okay? So as you can see, it's not that much, right? But it is, I have written a bootstrap operating system for it. So that is actually pretty neat. So if we turn this on, right, we see that, this is turning on, right? The LED indicates that power is flowing throughout the board, right? But we don't necessarily see anything lined up on the screen, right? So what we do now is enter in the Pronet security chip. I've blurred it out so you can't necessarily read it, but it's just basically an integrated circuit that I have, right? So now if I push it in, it starts up, right? So you guys can see that. It says system info and graphics test. So I want my bootstrap operating system to be designed around a sort of menu like system, okay? So you see there's a cursor over here. You can scroll down, right? There's arrows indicating where, and you're able to scroll up and down, right? So if I click system info, I can find out what version is this of PAM-OS, which is the software that I wrote, the operating system that is currently running on this computer, okay? So you see what version it is, and something's called Arduino. Now graphics test just basically, as you can see, flipping these zeros on and off. So it's just very simple, running a program on here, okay? And also we have to turn everything on, right? So this is also the power LED. You can see that's on, that's currently yellow right now, okay? So now next thing is that we can also control LEDs through this, right? For example, I can press red LED, it turns red LED on. Same with blue LED. So I think blue LED, yeah, just need to make sure this is on, okay? So then I can also turn on green LED, okay? So as you can see, all the LEDs have been turned on, okay? So that's just simple so far. Now RGB Nano. So this is also, my computer has the ability to interface with other microcomputers. In this case, an Arduino Nano 33 Bluetooth Sense, okay? So if we press RGB Nano, it starts running this simple RGB program, as you can see here, okay? It's just running a little inbuilt, like, our program for it to flash the inbuilt RGB LED, okay? So basically I have if we now turn this off, okay? Let's look a little deeper into the computer and its architecture. So essentially what's here, right? These switches are just for enabling the passageways to this mini computer, the LEDs, and the power LED, okay? And so you see here that I also have included a 4-pin header if anyone wants to access the pins via this, okay? So I have the shield and I have the actual main Arduino Mega. So Arduino Mega is acting as program memory, so it stores the program, as well as a graphics card, right? Or graphics processing card. So it processes the graphics case, so it sends in form of bytes, like binary, right? It sends the information to this, okay? And inbuilt it inside the LCD display module, it has an inbuilt decoder for this binary, and then eventually it decodes those into characters, and then that's what shows up on the screen. And these buttons are input buttons. So these are all actually connected to one pin, which is the analog 0 pin over here. If you can see, analog 0 pin, right under the, the actually the word, right? So you can see analog 0. So essentially these are all connected to the same analog 0 pin, but what this does is that it detects different spikes in voltages. So these all buttons, when you press it, there's a different voltage that goes through the pin, and that's essentially why it's able to have about 6 buttons connected just to one pin, and that actually makes things a whole lot easier. All right, and then you also have a contrast knob. So if you turn, depending on how you turn it, I mean, you do need a flat chisel tip screwdriver for this, but depending on which way you turn it, it does control the contrast of the LCD screen. Now moving on here, mainly the power display module is just through a toggle button and USB import, also DC barrel jack, okay? And so when you enter through this, okay, it actually has these wires that have been specific positioned to deliver power to the board and LED, right? But this chip, security chip, just basically connects these, right? And has only certain logic gates inside there that can connect it only through this chip. Even if I have another integrated circuit with about the exact same like dimensions as this, right? It still is not going to work, okay? It has to be the same model for this, okay? Now this is also DIP switch, like I said, controls everything, LEDs, okay? These are the inputs coming from the power board, okay? And then we have this Arduino Nano, okay? So that's pretty much the computer itself, right? Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you again.